Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you give me a follow on Parler and get all green gear. 20% off. Promo code America1. That's all caps America and the number 1. 20% off until January 31st. Promo code America1. All caps and the number 1. So all this shit going on. I forgot to mention that the Jacob Blake case, remember the guy in Kenosha, Wisconsin, this summer, he was the one who was shot by the police. He didn't die, but he was shot like 7 times in the back. He's now paralyzed. There's footage. I guess he was over there at one of his baby mama's houses, and he wasn't supposed to be, so she called the cops. The police showed up thinking that he was kidnapping his 3 kids. They were all in the car during the time of the shooting. And before I forget, people were saying, oh, the police endangered the lives of those little boys. First of all, the police, they weren't firing into the vehicle indiscriminately. The cop damn near had his gun against the dude's body when he shot him, and the trajectory was toward the front of the vehicle, not toward the back of the vehicle where the kids were sitting. Maybe if you have your 3 kids with you, you shouldn't be acting a fucking fool with the police. Maybe that's a prime opportunity to show your little boys how to behave when in the face of authority, how to respect it, and how to follow instructions. Nope. Didn't take that opportunity to do that. He took that opportunity to act like a jackass and get shot. And I was talking with somebody the other day, and they're saying, well, police their gun's not supposed to be their first option. They're not supposed to jump straight to deadly force, and they have all these other things on their belt. Well, Jacob Blake was tussling with 2 cops, and they deployed their tasers. So there's your less than lethal force that you were asking about. They were wrestling with him. He somehow got away. He's walking around the vehicle away from the cops, being tased and ignoring their instructions. Police can't take the chance that you're just going inside your car to get a drink of water, because training videos and experience show them, and stories from their buddies show them, that when you let them reach in their car, sometimes, some might even say, more than likely, some bad shit is going to happen. Well, Jacob Blake was unarmed. He didn't have a gun. Just because you don't have a gun, dumbass, does not mean you are unarmed. Tell the millions of people who died before the invention of the gun, before the invention of the firearm. We knew how to kill each other just fine with no gun. He had a knife on the floorboard of the car. How do we know? Because Jacob Blake himself admitted to it more than once. Now, he said he had no intention on getting the knife to hurt the cops, but like I said before, the cops can't take that chance. They've already wrestled with you. They've already deployed their tasers to no avail. It has not stopped you. You are still hell-bent on getting into your vehicle. Or was he going to take off with the kids? Was he going to try to run over the cops? Was he going to grab a drink of water and a smoke? I don't know. They can't take that chance. So when he ignored those commands, when he ignored the police, the scuffling, and the tasers, they were left with no other option than to pop his ass. Because like I said before, again, they thought he was there to kidnap those children. High-speed chase with a car full of kids, anyone? No thanks. Same thing the cops thought. No thanks. So let's stop this dude before he does something like that. So they came out and said no charges will be filed against the police. Jacob Blake's ass ain't even getting no charges. Y'all should shut up and be happy, because he could be charged with some shit too. Resisting arrest, attempted kidnapping, disobeying, restraining order. That's right. The lady had a restraining order against him. So he could have charges brought against his ass too. But I guess since he can't use his legs anymore, that's enough. We'll call it a day. Now, if this were this past summer, if this was summer of 2020, how would this go? Cops get acquitted, something's on fire, somebody's city is burning, some business owner is getting beaten and killed, some cop cars are getting flipped over and burned. That was a standard MO. No evidence, no proof, no information, nothing. Cop, black, dead, burned. That's what it was. Now, you didn't hear that this time. You didn't see any riots in Kenosha, Wisconsin. You didn't hear about that. You didn't see that. I wonder why. Maybe because this summer we were in the midst of a presidential election. Nothing. I saw some stories and pictures from the protests of them not charging Jacob Blake. They look peaceful. I wonder why. I wonder why 4, 5, 6 months ago, Kenosha would have been on fire again. Because it already burned this summer. Maybe that's why they didn't do it, because there was nothing left to burn in Kenosha. Maybe that's why there was no rioting. Or maybe because it didn't serve the far left. Maybe because it didn't serve the media. Because the media is going to tell you, the mainstream mediocres are going to tell you that this was racist. It's not because of lack of evidence. Remember, there was footage, there was film. Somebody caught this shit. So it's not because of lack of evidence, it's because of racism. Because the police and the powers that be are all racist. That's why. Well, if this is racism, and racism keeps on letting these racist cops off for their racist acts, well, then why do we keep letting it happen? Why don't we do something about it? If it's so racist and wrong, why does it keep happening? Why do these cops keep getting let off after they shoot these poor unarmed black men? I have an idea. Maybe because they're justified. Yes, it's fucked up. There's a loss of life, and someone being shot is violent and brutal and bloody, but it can be that and be justified at the same time. Like when the cops tase you and tell you stop, you stop. Don't keep walking. Look at the footage. He's ignoring the cops like they're not even talking. They're supposed to let you jump in the car and take off? Hell no, they have a job to do that they swore to do. And they don't always get away. That cop in South Carolina a couple years ago, he got convicted of second-degree murder because he murdered someone. Our justice system is not perfect, but it's the best one on the planet. And especially now, where everything is called racist, an actual racist cop might have to watch his P's and Q's. Because anything he does is going to be called racist. I guarantee you all this heat and shit the cops are taking has changed the way that they police. Not for the better. It's making them hesitant. And that's fucked up. Most cops, just like most everything else, they're decent people trying to do a job the best they can and get home safe. All these people out here claiming that cops are racist and police brutality is running rampant in this country, you need to do one of those police scenarios where they set up something, they give you a little fake gun, and you approach somebody who's breaking into a car, or you respond to a call, and you see how quickly that shit goes bad. There's a video floating around now of some woman in Jacksonville, Florida. If I can find it, I think my buddy Albert sent it to me. Albert, if you're watching, fuck you. So there's a video of this girl, this woman. Her roommate calls and says that her roommate stole some of her medication. The cops show up. It's a female cop. She shows up. The door opens. The roommate accused of stealing the medication, comes out the door immediately with a knife in her hand and stabs a police officer in the arm. Now, should the cop stop and say, or no, what did Biden say? Hey, shoot him in the leg, man. Come on, man. That fool said shoot him in the leg. So that cop should have shot that woman in the leg. Whoops. Sorry, guys. The footage says otherwise. That cop shot that woman in the head. The first shot she took to the head, because her head was down like this. So it's probably in the top. Bullet to the head, bullet to the body. This woman shot twice. What does she do? Picks a knife up again, tries to stab the cop. Shot her ass again. What's she doing? Another cop showed up and shot her ass again. What'd she do? Crawled around on the ground, tried to pick the knife up again. They let a dog loose on her ass. What did she try to do? She's fighting the dog. This woman's fighting the police dog. They tase her. What does she do? Keeps fighting. What happened to you? Shoot him in the leg. Guess that shit don't work, huh? Guess this shit's a little crazier than it is in your mind. Oh, nice. And why didn't they do that? Oh, why didn't they just do this? Because people are fucking crazy. Adrenaline, drugs, psychosis, all three. That makes a hell of a combination. Shoot him in the leg. So no charges brought against Jacob Blake. Good. They shouldn't have been. The cops did everything right. They gave him more than enough leeway to do the right thing, more than enough opportunities to do the right thing. He's lucky he's still alive. 7 shots to the back, that's usually a casket. But of course, it's racist. You got LeBronica James coming out, spouting his stupid 5th grade education bullshit. Oh, it was a hit to the gut, to the heart. What, did you know him? Did you know Jacob Blake? Was he a friend, family, neighbor? No, none of that? Then shut your ass up. You didn't know him. You don't give a shit about him. This is another way for your punk ass to get in the limelight and people to stick a microphone in your face because some people, unfortunately, are dumb enough to care about what you have to say. Oh, kick to the gut. You didn't know that fucking dude. Shut up. You don't give a shit. All this stuff is just a way for you to stay connected to the hood, to your people. What people? My people are my family and my friends. That's it. My people. Shut the fuck up. Man, anyway, so I'm at work today. Thanks, California. I'm at work today, not for my job. It's not why I'm thanking California. I'm thanking it for what I'm about to tell you. So this dude, he comes up, I ring him up. He has some food and some beer. So what does he take out? EBT card. That's right. So he pays for his food with the EBT. So then, now the balance is left to pay for the alcohol. Well, he paid for his EBT with his EBT food account. Of course, he has an EBT cash account. And let me set the stage for you. This guy, mid to late 40s, seems to be healthy. I didn't take a glance at his medical records. He wasn't limping. He's carrying a big ass bag on his back with all his fucking earthly possessions. Regular dude. Sounds right. Don't sound like nothing's wrong with him. Again, I don't have his medical files. Seem to be holding it together well enough to purchase alcohol. So then, to pay for the alcohol, he uses his EBT cash. That's right. EBT cash. You can take it out, take money out like an ATM, or you can use it like a debit card to buy whatever you want. Alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, whatever. I'm no prude. You put whatever you want in your body. I think steroids should be legal in sports. So fucking what? It's your body. You want to inject horse blood into your ass and run around and smash your head in this shit? Or hit a ball farther than the human eye can see? Hey, sell me a ticket. I don't care. That's your body. My problem comes in when you ask me to pay for it. That's where I have a problem, because I have things that I need to pay for in my life, not yours. That's where we have a problem. I don't care what you do to yourself. I don't want to finance it. But we did. Californians, you just paid that dude in the middle of the day. This was about 1:30 in the afternoon. So you just paid this dude to go sit down somewhere, probably at the beach. That's where the homeless congregate during the day. So he's going to kick his shoes off and nestle his little homeless feet in the sand while we're toiling to pay for his beer and salad. That can't be right. Can't be. I was up before the sun this morning. I got to work when it was still dark to pay for this dude to have a beer and a salad in the middle of the afternoon. How long do you expect people to be okay with this shit? What other country do you pay people to drink beer in the middle of the day? What other country pays people, pays for their alcohol, pays for their vices, pays for their fun? I pay for my own fun. Fuck your fun. Sure did. He got him 6-pack, couple salads. At least he's eating healthy, right? On our dime. Next time I'm gonna reach in there and take a beer. I don't even drink, but I paid for it. Man, I'm telling you, Hollywood couldn't write this shit. Couldn't write it if you wanted to. Truth is stranger than fiction. Now, let me go over here and exercise with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone, link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.